Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. Today what we're going to do is a get to know me tag that's 99 questions. So this will be a fairly long video, so I hope that you stick around to the end. But this is a tag that my sister and I came up with. We compiled a whole bunch of questions of things that people might want to know. So we're going to jump on in here and get started. I am going to be looking down as I have all this on my phone. So here we go. Let's get started. What is your name? I'm Jennifer Bailey, as you probably know from my channel name. Single, in a relationship, or married? I'm single, never married. I know that's rare, but it's true. Where are you from? I'm from Arkansas. Well, and I also spent a lot of time in Illinois as well. Do you prefer a house or an apartment? I would prefer a house, but I live in an apartment. Do you have a disability? Yes, I'm legally blind. What do you do for a living? Right now I make YouTube videos, and eventually I hope that it will become, a full-time job for me, eventually. But I also have disability as well. What is your favorite color? Purple. What is your star sign? That's number 8. I'm a Cancer. 9. What is your favorite music genre? Country and Christian. More Christian anymore than country. What is your favorite movie genre? Well, I would have to say slasher in the horror area, pardon me. And then I also love dramas, like good old Lifetime movies. What are your favorite TV genres? Crime dramas. That's my absolute favorite, especially like SVU, Criminal Minds, that type of thing. Are there any music, movie, or TV genres you avoid? Well, I tend to avoid rap, but that doesn't mean that I'll walk away from someone if they're listening to it. But I just choose not to listen to it on my own. Favorite food? Spaghetti and meatballs from one of my favorite restaurants. Favorite drink? I would say sweet tea or coffee sometimes, but more sweet tea or water. Favorite snack? Ice cream. Favorite holiday is Halloween, because I love the movies that are out at that time and everything usually. Favorite season is fall, because it's starting to get cooler and everything. What are you talented at? Well, I think I'm talented at makeup. I'm talented at singing and writing poetry. What is something you wish you were talented at? Well, doing hair. I'm getting there. I'm getting more confident. As you can tell, I'm sporting a curly look today. Are you competitive? It depends on what it is, honestly. But I consider myself somewhat competitive. Describe yourself in a single sentence. I'm confusing. Because I'm hot, I'm cold, I'm all over the place. That's a better way to put it. I'm all over the place. What is the best compliment you have ever received? That I'm pretty, because I sometimes doubt that I am. What are some of your bad habits? I'd say the top of the list is smoking. So, What are your favorite things about yourself? Well, I would say that I'm a good person. I'm kind. I like to help people. And I'm not bad at doing makeup either. What is on top of your current bucket list? Going to see my best friend and sister, Gail Marie. What are 3 long-term goals? 1 is to go to school online for cosmetology whenever I can afford it, eventually. Another is to get 1,000 subscribers on this channel, because 1,000 is the magic number. And then the third, I guess, would be, well, honestly, I don't know a third right offhand, but, well, we could say a long-term goal would be to go see my sister. What are 3 short-term goals? Well, to get 100 subscribers on all my social media, including YouTube. To lose some weight. And then to eventually, and I'm saying short-term is like 6 months down the road maybe, be doing videos minimum 3 to 4 days a week, if not 5 days a week. So, what are you doing today to help you achieve these goals? Well, I am promoting my videos as much as possible and encouraging anyone who does see my videos to hit that subscribe button, because that does help me out, and watching the full video helps me out. As well as I am creating videos and trying to get them up in a timely manner as well, on Mondays and Thursdays usually. And I am also starting a challenge next month, September 1st. You can check out Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter to let me know if you're willing to jump in on a challenge to help lose weight, tone up a little bit. So that's one thing I'm going to start September 1st, as well as do a 30-day water challenge where I drink more water. What is your biggest accomplishment? Honestly, I would say creating this channel, because it is something that is a huge accomplishment for me, because it takes a lot of guts to do this. It takes a lot of guts to put myself out there, and put myself out there in face of, despite possible criticism that may come my way. Who is your role model? Well, I would say in life, my sister and best friend, Gail Marie. And then who or what inspires you? Well, Gail Marie inspires me, as well as some beauty YouTubers like Emily Noel 83, Melissa Autry, Melon PHS, Tati, Glam Life Guru, Drugstore Maven also does quite a bit. Which of your parents are you most like? I'm told that I look more like my mother, but I wouldn't say I'm like either one of my parents, honestly. Which of your parents are you closest to? Neither one. What is the last book you read? I'm not sure of the name of it, but it's the one that came out recently from James Patterson in the Women's Murder Club series. It was like an in-between book, between like 15 and 16, I believe. What is your favorite fairy tale? I'd have to go with Cinderella, just because of everything she overcomes. What is your favorite quote? Judge not lest ye be judged. Matthew 7:1. Making sure I'm recording still, and I am. Favorite subject in school? Honestly, some people wouldn't consider this a subject, but I did. Choir, or music, because I do love to sing. And then, subject you are best at? Well, I would say singing, but in my junior and senior years, I did really well in English. Do you have a best friend? If so, then who? Gail Marie. Who has left the most impact on your life? Well, if it weren't for my best friend and sister, Gail Marie, I wouldn't be here, I don't believe, because of how rough things have gotten for me. What app do you use most? Facebook. Basically, I use Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. Well, it goes Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, then Pinterest, so. What piece of technology can you not live without? My phone. What countries have you visited? I have been to London, England, Paris, France, Salzburg, Austria, Vienna, Austria, Lucerne, Switzerland, And I've also passed through Liechtenstein, Germany, I believe, as well. So, and I'm sure there's more in there that I just can't remember. It was a choir trip that we took my senior year, I believe it was. What countries would you like to visit? I would love to visit Canada, really, and Mexico, as well as I'd love to go back to Switzerland. Best memory you have? Well, one of the best memories I have is when my best friend and sister, Gail Marie, came to visit me. It's actually a funny memory because I did something I never thought I would do. I slid down the stairs and I used a tote lid to do it. So that was quite funny. Most embarrassing memory is whenever I was in high school, I ripped the seat of my pants while I was building a snow fort. If you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be? Stay strong. One thing you know now that you wish you had known as a kid, you will get through this. How tall are you? 5'2". Which do you prefer, cats or dogs, or neither? I would say dogs. I have 3 of them. Funniest moment throughout school? I've already answered that with the split in my pants. Tea or coffee? Coffee in the morning, tea in the evening, usually. What sports do you play or have you played? I've done track, cheerleading, speech or debate team, and I also love to play volleyball as well. What are some of your favorite YouTubers and or bloggers? So I would say for YouTube it would be the ones I've mentioned before. Emily Noel, Melissa Autry, Tati, as well as Drugstore Maven, 11th Gorgeous, So there's some good ones. And then my favorite blogger is my sister. Do you read any magazines? Yes, I read Allure magazine, Glamour magazine, and Cosmopolitan. Favorite authors? James Patterson, Iris Johansson, and then my sister Gail Marie, who has written a couple books, and one of them she's trying to get feedback on right now. So if you want to do that, then go ahead and contact her through her Facebook or through the link I'm going to have down below. What languages do you speak and how well? Basically, the only thing I speak is American Sign Language. I know finger spelling at least through that and a few other words, but that's about it. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. Adopted, Gail Marie, and then I have 2 half-brothers, 1 half-sister, 1 step-brother, and 1 step-sister. Are you the oldest, middle, or youngest? I'm the oldest. How would you describe your fashion sense? I would describe it as casual chic, because I try to be somewhat on trend, but I don't always succeed at that. What is your favorite restaurant? I would say for breakfast it would be IHOP. But then for, locally at least, for other meals it would be Mazio's. What are your favorite operating systems for phones and computers? Well, I really don't have one for a computer because, honestly, I don't use a computer a whole lot. But phone is Android 7.0. Are you named after anyone? No. When was the last time you cried? I would have to say yesterday. When was the last time you laughed? This morning. Well, laughed or smiled this morning. If you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? Possibly. Do you use sarcasm a lot? No, never. Yes, I do. What's the best thing you notice about, or the first thing you notice about other people? Their attitudes, usually, and their tone. Favorite smells? Citrus. Do you prefer sweet or salty or both? Most of the time it's salty instead of sweet. What's the furthest you've ever been from home? Well, I went to Florida, near Miami, Florida, in 2014, and I believe that's the furthest I've ever been, at least since I've been an adult. Where were you born? I was born here in Arkansas. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a cosmetologist, if possible. Who is your first best friend? My first and only true best friend has been my sister Gail. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate your childhood, I would say about a 5. Not the worst, but not the best. Favorite store, I would say Walmart, if you're talking brick and mortar. But if you're talking online, Amazon. Are you outgoing or keep to yourself? Well, it depends. If I know you, then I might be outgoing. If I'm not, then if I don't know you, then I tend to keep to myself. Unless I'm online, then I am more outgoing. Do you tan or burn? I tan. Do you remember your dreams? Sometimes. Shoes, flip-flops, socks, or bare feet? I tend to do shoes more than anything. Do you prefer to wear makeup or go without? I tend to go with makeup more than anything. And that's even if I'm here at home. Sometimes I do makeup, but otherwise, if I go out, I usually have something on. But at home, I don't always. If you became a multi-millionaire overnight, what would you buy? A whole bunch of makeup. No, I'm teasing. I'd honestly buy a big house and, hire a chauffeur to be able to drive me around, and whoever else wanted to live with me or whatever. Where would you live if you could live anywhere? I would either live near Springfield, Missouri, or I would probably live somewhere really, really cold, where it doesn't get very hot, like Minnesota or Michigan. Have you ever had to have surgery? Yes, I've had multiple surgeries to fix a cleft lip and palate that I was born with. Right or left-handed? Right-handed. Would you go bungee jumping or skydiving? No, because I'm not much of a daredevil. Do you wear any accessory every day? Yes, I do. I wear my paracord bracelet that my sister made me. Let me see here. I put the phone down to do that. What are you most afraid of? Being abandoned. Is the glass half empty or half full? I'm working on believing it's half full, but honestly, most of the time I see it as half empty. Are you allergic to anything? Not that I know of. Skirt, jeans, pajama pants, or sweats? Sweats if I'm at home, but jeans if I go out. Do you have a set time you get up every morning? Well, right now, I try to be up by 6 a.m. every morning, but lately it has been more of like 4 o'clock or earlier sometimes, so I might change that to 4 a.m. Can you whistle? Yes, I can. What are some superstitions you believe? I don't. What are most important thing in your life? To love and be loved. What are your hobbies? Knitting, writing poetry, singing, doing makeup, and watching Netflix or Hulu. Do you have any degrees? No, I do not. Favorite slogan or motto you live by? I would say easy does it, but do it. Are you a leader or a follower? Well, it depends on the situation, whether I lead or I follow. It depends on what needs to be done. If I need to be a leader, I can, but I prefer to follow. So I want to thank you so much for sticking with me and watching this video. And I hope that I did not talk way too fast for you. I will have Gail's blog post with her answers down below. And I do hope that you check that out. And I'll also have a link to my blog where I will have these questions as well typed out to where you can see them and answer them yourself, because I would love to know every single one of your answers. Thank you, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye-bye.